Alright, so I was invited by Paradox to their first ever official HOI4 tournament, Commanders in Conflict, to go up against some of the best HOI4 players in the community, such as Dankus and Leonard. But even worse, every other player was invited 2 weeks before. Meanwhile, listen up, I got only 1 day and 0 preparation at all. Now with all these odds stacked against me, you would think I was about to get stunned? Well, check it out.
Oh my god!
Look
This is
at
devastating damage. The upset of the tournament. Can you believe it? The favorite is out!
Alright, the rules, pretty simple. 3 victory points at Malta, Tripoli, and Benghazi. To win, you gotta hold 2 of them for an hour, or capitulate and make your enemies submit into surrender. Alright, anyways, besides that, that's the rules. Getting back into it. Alright, build-up is pretty simple. Learn from one of my RP games that you can stack entrenchment on tanks with a thing called dozer blades. Every tank that you put on the division gives 1 more entrenchment. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But anyways, extreme holder is the strength that I'm looking for, which is why I decided to choose Japan to give me full naval dominance so I could focus on strengthening my defense and locking down my victory points. Alright, simple, easy build. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We'll fucking train these fuckers up, let's go. That bozo over there, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna go with this bozo, Hitoshi. Shunroku Hata. A lot better one. A bit laggy right now, but it is what it is. You know, I'm playing with the debuff. They needed to nerf me, you know? It is what it is. My opponent with USA, my natural enemy, and one of the most strongest countries and builds in the tournament. It has a massive industry, spawns in a bunch of arty and air, pretty strong overall, but I had a plan. I was on a mission, and I wasn't just gonna sit around and wait for USA to kill me. Wartime, here I come.
Here on Pixel's side, he is going for Malta quickly, securing himself this victory point that will not be on Habibi's side. Habibi already going to be behind there.
So
Habibi is pushing.
So Habibi is slowly moving in now with this 1 tank division, but I mean, the line is being absolutely ran over by DiscardPixel.
Yes.
Obviously, 2 VPs now in DiscardPixel's hands already.
We got it locked down, boys. We got it locked down. We got fucking Malta. Let's go. We fucking did it.
Pixel doesn't have to do much. He knows. He just has to hold out 24 more minutes, and this is his win. And it's slowly becoming a favorite here in this tournament. Who would have thought DiscardPixel, who joined the tournament last minute, and now looking so strong. And it's interesting to see that Pixel is now the one becoming active here.
All right, so the thing about the USA is the longer the game goes, the stronger they get. So I could not just sit around, wait for them to goddamn attack me, okay? I had to do something, so I planned one of my most major naval operations. A 20-unit naval invasion, a cracked move, a maneuver to end and to distract him. That was the main tactic, to distract him.
If the corner rating of Pixel is good enough, will he get rewarded for this activity? We will figure out instantly microing for the surround. There it is. But also instantly, also the counter micro here from Habibi. And there is the mass landing. Oh,
Here are the
Lord.
camels. Look at this.
And there's the encirclement. Beautifully done.
It just Habibi just early deployed some troops over in Alexandria just to counteract. Building mountaineer divisions have to have been early deployed just so they get in this fight. They do have enough supply to join the fight.
I landed almost everywhere in Alamein. I knew that he couldn't defend every single port, every single coastline, so I landed everywhere. I wanted his full attention in the east so that I could pull a card to push in the west. To push in the west, secure his ports, and push him out of Tripoli, Benghazi, and make sure that he had 0, and I mean 0 chances of winning. Sure, it was going to be a waste of resources, but basically, I was throwing away 1 width divisions, 2 width divisions. They were basically useless.
MashaAllah.
And we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen, and that is DiscardPixel. Yeah.
DiscardPixel, congratulations.
Hi, guys.
How are you feeling? You're now 2 wins down.
Pretty good. Got some strategies in my bag still. That's not the only one, but pretty good.
Okay. Talk to us about the naval invasion. From our perspective, it was a flex. Was there actually do you think that was needed, or were you just doing it because you could?
Well, it was kind of a decoy, right? That's why I used the naval invasion as a decoy to push in further towards Libya to secure my victory, basically.
Aside from that, what was the decisive moment?
Well, probably my tanks, unironically. There's a secret thing that I'm not going to reveal about them that RPers probably know, role players.
Really?
We use it a lot in the community, but I'm not gonna talk too much about them.
Okay, very interesting. Well, I look forward to seeing what you're going to do with that in your future games. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Thanks. Bye.
DiscardPixel versus Dankus Memecus. The thing that's exciting about DiscardPixel versus Dankus Memecus is that they currently both have 2 wins, 1 loss.
And the boys are hot. They're asking for the go. Dankus already waiting very hard. So let's get into the game.
I had a few comfortable first games, but then I was up against a gargantuan player, Dankus Memecus. And I knew that I was worried. I was shitting my pants. I was quaking in my seat, ladies and gentlemen. However, I still had to try. 4 games in, I did the same build, but that turned out to be my downfall.
We've got the naval invasion being planned, just a couple of rush Bs. Oh, rushing out a huge number of those rush Bs. I'm very curious to see
This
what
sounds like naval invasions.
he's not expecting resistance, and right now it appears that he is not going to get it.
Is he maybe just trying to get Malta, hold Tripoli, and just make Dankus come at him?
I was not flexible enough. I did the same build. It was predictable.
Interesting, look at this. Now that Tripoli has fallen, DiscordPixel is attempting to launch a second naval invasion. And look at that, DiscordPixel at 0 fuel.
Actually, Pixel needs his fuel because
Oh,
he has
yes.
a lot of tanks in his divisions.
They both do, really, because one is trying to run a big tank division and one is trying to run a whole lot of planes. So the longer he can keep them in there, you know, Dankus sitting here very happily, full fuel. And meanwhile, with DiscordPixel with none, it's going to mean that the air war is going to be comprehensively in Dankus's favor.
He has the points of Malta and Tripoli, and Dankus has to be on the move now.
But that's not good for DiscordPixel, already having lost that key defensive point. Dankus will probably want to connect up this rail, but after that, I mean, if DiscordPixel can't hold him there, it's hard to imagine where he can hold him. We might be looking at a capitulation.
The other players started logistic bombing me, and let me tell you, that was one of the most craziest things in the tournament. I got logistic bomb. I had 0 trucks. My supply was flickering. It was bugging the hell out. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know what the fuck is happening anymore. I think you bombed my entire fucking country to shit. I don't know what the...
The side from Dankus. Is he in APM mode? Is he in esports mode? Look at that face. He is ready. The APM is going through the roof.
And there is the attack on Tripoli. The encirclement of Tripoli is successful. I saw some flying helmets there.
It was just bugged up the wazooey, okay? I don't even know what was happening anymore. Okay, I was getting stumped left, right, and center, and it was all over, man. It was all over. It was all Jover. It was all goddamn. Oh my god, I got ruined.
I'm honestly just devastated.
I'm a Giga Chad, and I didn't give up. In our final hour, in our darkest hour, we will fight. We will not surrender. We will not sully our name and our honor. No surrender, brothers. Batsy! We'll get him next time, motherfuckers.
The DiscordPixel has been encircled.
And there is the GG. The GG has been called.
It is.
Kudos to both players. Beautifully played by Dankus Memecus
It
here.
certainly was. We move on to that. We're going to throw you back over to our wonderful hosts.
We have Dankus with us, so let's see if we can... Oh, there it is. The rare Dankus smile.
Sadly, Discard was very predictable. He did the same thing 3 games in a row.
In 3rd and 4th, we have CMOPS and DiscardPixel. This is what it looks like. So our quarterfinals is going to be CMOPS and Absolute Habibi, DiscardPixel versus Courier.
Yo, I'm interrupting this video to tell you that I also stream. Go to twitch.tv/DiscardPixel. No.
People off the internet, this tournament has it all. Beautiful casters and diversity in strategy. A lot of people talk about USA, USA, USA. This is not another election in the USA. This is a video game, and we have something very, very special for you right now.
Day 2 is coming. With the new day, there's some new strategies. I knew I had to adapt after that shameful play yesterday. I knew I had to change up my entire diagnosis of this strategy. If I didn't change, if I didn't adapt, it was over. Because if I won against Courier, which was my next match, I would have to face the best HOI4 player in the entire tournament, Leonard, the big... And if you didn't know, this entire tournament, pretty simple. How it works is that the first day was a seeding round where we get put in the position, and I ended up at 4th place. Not that bad, not too great. It was okay, okay? It was okay. It was all right. It was aight. And I knew I had to work my way up to the top. All right, getting into the Courier game, the base ideology of the rock hard hold is still the same. However, I learned one thing from the Dankus game, and that one thing is that air is way too important. Cass is king, just like Tommy K always says, man. So I had to get rid of the tanks, and I put all that industry, all that extra industry, into getting cheap, reliable air, which is why I went Italy path. Because 1, they still have a massive navy like Japan, and then 2, they spawn in 100 extra airplanes.
Yes, the schism has already begun because we have seen not 1, but 2 players in this coming game are going against the established meta.
No Japan, no USA, boys. We have a very, very interesting game here for you. Let's get right in.
Yeah, I think we just need to get right into the visuals here. We are standing by, ready to let them say go, but we have a Soviet play.
Oh, Lord. If we check over at DiscardPixel,
we have an Italy play.
Should we give the guys to go?
Yeah, I think we should get right in. So here we go.
And there's the good old 2 with Camel, fan favorite here in the tournament. He calls them defend. They are just supposed to take Malta and hold it.
I'm very excited. I am very excited.
Me too. Before the game I was thinking, okay, we have another game where someone tries to take down a US play. But no, this is not a boring tournament. This is exciting. That is a win for DiscardPixel, taking a great win here with an Italy build. Very well done by Pixel.
Absolutely. Hi.
Congratulations! How are you feeling?
We may be lacking Discard's audio, unfortunately.
Yeah, or...
or he's simply not talking. He's too busy. He's jumping around in excitement at the moment. Ah!
Next up is Leonard versus DiscardPixel, and whoever wins that game, of course, goes to the grand final.
After that emotion-filled last game, I made it to the next round. Dankus beat Habibi, and I was up against, hands down, the best HOI4 player in the community, and I had my boots quaking. But I had the win. Leonard versus me. Competitive player versus fucking goddamn RP player. Who would win? Let's see. Let's find out.
Go! Let the games begin.
Let us take a quick look on the Italian side here. And he's researching, as you would talk about, the survivability studies.
Okay.
And the armor trains just a must-have. And we also see that the heavy MGs are becoming a must-have.
Build's pretty much the same, besides the fact that I stacked more industry on air because I knew what was gonna win the game was gonna be who won the air war, because once again, air is king.
Other than that, on the focuses, we're seeing very, very similar stuff going down the first 2 military focuses first. We've come very used to seeing that, of course. Here we go. The battle has started, and let's see what takes place here in the Med. Forces are on their way, and they are, in fact, his cavalry going in. Okay, 1 court, 2 courts. The question is, once they've escaped, are they going to be immediately recaught? I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, there we go. Okay, caught once again this time, but look at this.
A beautiful defense.
Axis Navy managing to come in the nick of time, driving those forces away, meaning that there is going to be nothing to stop the landing on Valletta. There it is.
And both are moving to their positions. We know these positions, Tripoli and Benghazi.
Dear Mr. Mussolini, the people of Tripoli demand freedom. If you don't respect the people's wishes, we will take it by force. At the point of time when the war started, I was pretty nervous, if I'm being honest. Heart pounding. It was almost like I was Ass Ketchum facing off against a gym master, but I knew I had to do something ballsy. It was in this moment I saw a chink in his impenetrable armor. I saw it. I saw an opening.
That was a mistake.
When he attacked, he gave away all his entrenchment. They came out of the trenches.
This last stand is going to last long enough to prevent the port being destroyed. And there's a risk of an encirclement here as well.
One single tile where I could naval invade and create a distraction. So I plotted to naval invade the entire coastline to see if as if I was going and simulate as if I was going all in. But I knew all I needed to win was that one single tile, and I did it.
And look at that invasion.
Naval invasion, let's go.
Is triggering Leonard's micro, but Leonard with the beautiful defense behind. But there it is. If he lets her go through, there's no way he lets her go through. Instantly
No,
pinning.
that's Leonard's only 240 with divisions.
As I told you, Christo, you have to trigger Leonard's micro here, and the first man to do it, he is going so dimensional.
Look at this dude. I full on attacked the front line. I pushed as hard as I could, and I captured the ports. I secured it, and my man circled. That was until his tank showed up.
I hear tanks, chains rattling.
Ooh, okay.
The tank is coming to the front line. Or did I see that wrong?
No, you saw it absolutely right. The armored division is being pulled in.
A big, humongous, medium tank. And it came with reinforcements, massive armies. I was getting pushed back.
A new division has arrived at the front line, and it's wreaking havoc. The first armored division with massive stats, massive power, and he doesn't even need the air. He doesn't need
He's
the air
doing
to
this
push out here.
under red air, storming forwards, looking fairly unstoppable.
I was searching, I was scrambling, I was searching around, I was desperate. I needed an out. I needed a solution. But then I remember, then I saw in my focus tree that little tank that could, Thomas the tank engine, that was spawned in just at the right time. And you all know what happened next.
A dangerous position for Leonard because this offensive could be carried forward, not quite holding on the defensive. Again, it needs, oh no, he is holding. Even more dangerous for Leonard. Is Leonard going to fail at his micro? He's not stopping the attack. That's a mistake. He can't afford to let these divisions run out of organization because that will happen. Leonard's facing overrun. There we go. And so disaster. And Leonard being absolutely hammered here. Look at this.
Oh my god! The biggest play we maybe have seen in this tournament. Unbelievably done by the underdog, DiscardPixel. This is devastating damage.
Roaring through towards Benghazi's.
Mamma mia, we have a joker in the house.
The upset of the tournament. Can you believe it? The favorite is out! The favorite is out! I cannot believe it. DiscardPixel goes into the finals versus Dankus Memecus.
We now will know what the L on that symbol meant. It was loser. Because holy moly.
And luckily for us, we have DiscardPixel with us. How are you feeling?
Hello? I'm super nervous. That was unexpected, I'm not gonna lie, because Leonard was probably, I mean, he was literally the top-rated player of yesterday, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I was super nervous to play against him. I thought I was gonna 100% lose and get rolled, but oh.
So, from your perspective in that game, what do you think was your winning play that made you get the W in the end?
Unexpectedly, it was a random light tank spawn in that got me the win and overran the units and just kept on pushing.
I have a technical question.
Oh, yes.
Why Italy?
Why Italy? And I mean, in Italy, I found that Italy is the best Navy nation. Because in HOI4, the Navy supremacy doesn't matter if they go UK or whatever, Italy will have the most because there's battleships. And battleships gives the most supremacy out of all of the Navy ships. So I just want total dominance over the sea so I can just focus on line battle, yeah?
Okay, so you're going for the dominance there so you can lock off that front and like remove it from your mind in order to really focus on that land. Okay, that's really cool. Are you hoping for Axis or allies in the final?
Well, in this tournament, I played only allies once.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of hoping for allies, though, because I do have one ace card on my sleeve.
Okay, interesting. Well, DiscardPixel, thank you so much. We will see you shortly in the grand final. Thank you for talking to us.
All right, thank you. Bye.
It's finally time, what we've all been waiting for. It's grand final time.
DiscardPixel firmly securing his place in the final, deservedly so, unseating Leonard, previously the top seed, undefeated yesterday, being knocked out today by the rising star of DiscardPixel, and I can't wait to see what he goes on to do in the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at battle stations. D-Day is upon us. Discard versus Dankus. Tommy, at the beginning of today, did we think this was going to happen?
I didn't think so. I have a text here in front of me where I, just 3 days ago, texted DiscardPixel, hey, do you have time for a tournament? He says, sure, and now he's in the grand finals. It's unbelievable. This is the story esports is making, and I think let's not make you wait too long. Let's jump right into the game here.
After the surprising victory, and I mean I, a guy who never plays competitively, somehow got into the finals and managed to get in there against a gargantuan figure of the competitive community,
Joe Biden, Finland esports.
Dankus Memecus. I don't know, man. Let's get it done. Time for war, time for war, time for war. All right, the plan's the same. After playing Axis 9 times out of 10 times in the entire tournament, I had no more new cards to play. I was nervous, and with 3,000 ping in Singapore, I knew I had to give it my all and my best. It was going to be a slow, grinding fight. And you know what? It was a grinding fight. I secured Malta and Tripoli early game, and I prepared to lock down the front line. I waited and waited, but suddenly, then it happened. The Americans stormed. Artillery bombed the shores. My navy was caught in a never-ending naval battle. We tried to hold in the last hours, the final moments, holding on as much as we could, but it was a slow grind towards a loss. We were getting pushed out of Tripoli.
Devastating fashion. A big comeback needs to come out of DiscardPixel here. There's the By Blood Alone focus massively helping his air, but unfortunately maybe too late.
With 5 minutes on the clock, without Tripoli, I knew I had to go all in. And so I plotted a risky naval invasion.
Naval invasion
Massive
coming in though.
There we go. And
they've
let's take
got
a
a
look.
port now. If we get some troops to rush and connect that, that's going to give the encirclement bonus on Tripoli. Yes, it has a port. Yes, it has supply, but the encirclement bonus might be enough. The airbase has gone down. We might be seeing the DiscardPixel push back with just a few minutes left. They're not willing to give up without a fight. They don't want to be a 3-0 down in terms of their loss. Hey, they could turn this into a win if it's played well enough. Oh, this is really nail-biting stuff. There's an attack going in on Tripoli. It is currently green for Dankus, but they've got a red defense where the railway gun is.
Then I saw the clock had hit 0. It was over.
And that is the game here. We have a winner of our tournament. We have our commander in conflict, Dankus Memecus. Let's switch over to him. He's done it, but he's still in there. He's in this zone.
He doesn't realize the game is up. He's so in the zone, he's forgotten.
Unbelievable.
AOU, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you. We ended up getting 2nd place, which honestly wasn't even that bad. You know, I'm pretty proud of that as a roleplay player. Pretty nice. Also, on top of that, thank you to all the other players who participated and all the organizers, especially, who helped organize this whole event. Go check them out. They're called Speed 5, New Paradox Official Esports, whatever the hell channel.
We'll see you again soon.
It's been a great pleasure.
Like that video? Then maybe consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Hit it now, motherfucker, hit it now!